Let's assume this kid grew up in a filthy neighborhood in a broken home. There's nothing we can do about that in this room. Our job here is to decide whether he's guilty or innocent of murder, all right? Not to go into the reasons as to why he grew up the way he did. This kid was born in a slum. Slums are breeding grounds for criminals. You know that, I know that. It's no secret. Children that grow up in these societies are potential menaces. Now I think that...
Brother, you can say that again. The kids who come out of these neighborhoods are real trash and you don't want any part of them. I'm telling you.
I've lived in a slum all my life. I nursed that trash in Harlem Hospital 6 nights a week.
Okay, now wait a second.
I used to play in a backyard that was filled with garbage. Maybe it still smells on me.
Now listen, buddy.
Let's be reasonable here.
There's nothing personal.
There is something personal.
All right.
Let's stop arguing. We're wasting time. It's your turn. Let's go.
Well, I didn't expect a turn. I thought you were all supposed to be convincing me. Wasn't that the idea?
Right. Forgot about that.
Well, what's the difference? She's the one who's keeping us here. May as well hear just to say.
No, we decided to do it a certain way, and let's stick to what we said.
Let's stop being a kid, will ya?
A kid? What do you mean by that?
What do you think I mean? K-I-D, kid.
What, just because I'm trying to keep this whole thing organized? Listen.
You want to do it? Here. You sit here. You take the responsibility. I'll just shut up, that's all.
What are you getting so hot about? Calm down, will
Don't
ya?
tell me to calm down, okay? Here's the chair. Here. You do it. You keep it smooth and organized, all right? Come on, Mr. Foreman. Let's see how great you'd run the show.
You ever seen such a thing?
You think it's funny or something?
Look, just take it easy. The whole thing is unimportant.
Unimportant? Do you want to try it?
No. Listen, I think you're doing an amazing job, and no one in here wants that to change, okay?
Can I continue here, please? Thank you. Let's suppose we take these facts one at a time, shall we? 1. The boy claims to have left his house at 8 p.m. after being punched in the face several times by his father.
He didn't say punched. He said hit. There's a big difference between a punch and a slap.
Fine. Hit in the face several times by his father. 2. He went straight to a neighborhood junk shop where he bought one of those knives. What do you call them? Those,
Switch knives.
Thank you. Switchblade knife. 3. This wasn't your average knife. It had a custom carved handle to it. Not something you see every day. 4. The shopkeeper testified in court that it was the only knife he ever had in stock like that. 5. The boy runs into 3 friends in front of a diner. He talks to those boys for about an hour, at which point he showed them the switchblade. They saw it. 6. The boys testified in court, each one of his friends, that they saw that knife, and it was the same knife as the death weapon, the weapon used to kill the boy's father. Now this is where the boy's story diverges from the state's story. The boy says he left the diner at 10 p.m., got home, and went straight to one of those movie theaters at 11:30 p.m., the all-night movie theaters. Comes home at 3:15 in the morning, finds his dad dead, and the cops there to arrest him. Now here's my question. What happened to the switchblade between 11:30 and 3:15? The imaginative and charming little story that the boy makes up is that he had a hole in his pocket, and that the knife fell through his hole on his way back from the movies. This, my friends, is an imaginative little tale. It's quite clear to me that the boy was never at the movies.
This lady is standing alone against us. She doesn't say the boy's not guilty. She just isn't sure. She gambled for support, and I'm giving her my vote. The boy's probably guilty, but I want to hear more.
Well, I was gonna say, this is probably a small point. But anyway, the boy had a motive for the killing. If he didn't do it, who did? That's my point. I mean, nobody goes out and kills someone without a motive unless you're just plain nuts, right?
As far as I know, we're supposed to decide whether or not the boy on trial is guilty beyond reasonable doubt. We're not concerned with anybody else's motives here. That is a job for the police.
This woman asked a reasonable question. Somebody killed the man. If it wasn't the boy, then who was it?